What's up, guys? Patrick here, and today I'm going to show to you my 100 tick chart trading strategy. This is a scalping strategy, which we are going to be using the 100 tick chart, which in mind happens very fast. So we have to have fast reaction time or decision making instincts, meaning if we see the setup, it's either we take it or we don't take it. If we take it, we manage risk accordingly. Risk management is key here. We can have a relative low risk given it is in the micro time frame, and a relative good reward if we hold it accordingly. So moving forward, the trading strategy has four important principles to follow. Number one, instrument of choice, time of the day to trade, market structure, and momentum. Instrument of choice, for me, it is the NASDAQ futures, ticker symbol, NQ. It is a very good instrument to scalp with. It moves very fast. But with that in mind, one has to trade this for a particular of time, be familiar with it, um, know its behavior, know when it moves fast, know when it moves slow or consolidate. So moving forward, time of the day to trade. I'm looking for my setup during the New York session around 9:30 a.m. to 12 noon. It may happen over in the afternoon session, but for me, I would look at it in the morning, and then I move on with my day. So this is when the New York Stock Exchange opens and a surge of momentum enters the market. So that's very important, momentum. So market structure. This is just basic market structure, nothing too complicated. If we're on an uptrend, we're looking for market to have a high and a higher high, breaking the high, a low, and giving us a higher low and another higher low. If we are on a downtrend, we're looking for a low, a high, a lower low, breaking our uh, low here, and giving us a lower high, breaking again this lower low, giving us another lower low, and giving us another lower high. Momentum. So this is an ICT concept that I am putting in here, displacement. Please check ICT out. He has a lot of great content. Just be open-minded. You don't need to adapt everything, but uh, learn, research, find what's work best for you, and then adapt it. Make it your own. Okay, displacement. It is an energetic move in price action, signaling a higher selling or buying pressure. It is represented by big long candles. So we have this illustration here. Displacement highlighted by this box. In the beginning, the market is just consolidating, then suddenly we have this big drop. It broke structure, but it doesn't only broke structure, but it broke it with conviction, with a very strong move, displacing below it, signaling that sellers are stepping in or in play, wants to drive the price or the market down. Okay, so let's move forward. What am I looking for in the 100 tick chart? This is very simple, nothing new. If we want to short the market, I'm looking for an M pattern, meaning The market is gonna give us a high, um, higher low, tries to make another high, fails to make a higher high, breaks structure here. Take note, displays below this structure. Doesn't only breaks it, but breaks it with conviction, signaling that sellers want to push the market down, giving us a lower low. When the retracement comes, I enter and ride the momentum down. If we want to long the market, so I'm looking for a W pattern. So the market is going to give us a low, give us a lower high, tries to break this low, fails to make a lower low, and suddenly breaks structure to the upside, breaks it with displacement or displaced above it, giving us a higher high, wait for the retracement, enter, and ride the momentum up. Okay, what are my ATM rules that I set for myself? I'm using one mini, stop loss 40 ticks, take profit 50 ticks, meaning if I win, if I win, it is a max of $250. If I lose, that is a $200 loss. But with that in mind, I am very flexible with uh, my ATM rules. I adjust it according to the situation. We have to be flexible. The market is not is it's constantly evolving, so as traders we also need to adjust to it. So I trail my stop loss if I'm on profit. I don't want to give back don't want to give back profits. I'd rather take a break even than to lose. I cut the loser short. As I said, I have this $200 loss. So if this is my max loss, but I adjusted it, I might lose lesser than this, and I take profit accordingly. No need to be greedy. We are scalping here. So this is in a micro time frame, so it happens very fast. The setups are there all the time. Okay. Okay, Patrick here, and we're gonna share an example of my 100 tick chart trading strategy. So as you can see, guys, we are in the NQ 100 tick chart. This is on replay mode. The date is September 4, 2024. The time is 9:28, right before the market opens. So let's start. Right off the bat, I can see that we have this structure and this structure and this structure above here. Mind you, guys, we are in a tick chart, so this happens very, very fast. So we have to have a good a reactive instincts or decision-making instincts. If we enter in a trade, manage it properly, cut the losers short and the winners, ride the winners if you want to, trail your stops. Um, but risk management is very important here. So let's start. So right off the bat, nothing interesting. So the market just opened. So one thing to take note, when the market opens, there's a lot of manipulation happening. So I'd probably wait for a little bit. Some people would say wait for at least 30 minutes, 15 minutes. For me, at least 10 minutes. If a setup shows, a clear setup shows that I understand, then I would take it. But if it is barcoding, then I would just stay away, risk off for me, and wait for my setup. Patience is key here. So moving forward, so we're just gonna mark this low and this high. So it has taken that high, another high is being built. Okay, this is making a low now with some strong momentum. As I can see here, it broke this structure. But what is the time? It's around 9:30. It's still very early, so I'm waiting here. I'm gonna look for this structure to break. If it breaks with displacement or momentum, I am interested in a retracement short or an M pattern with the trend. So I'm waiting. So it's not breaking yet. So as you can see, we were thinking, okay, it is gonna go down, but we have this candles and making a higher low here. So I'm thinking we would take this high. It did took the high, so I'm still waiting on the sideline, waiting for a setup. So this is an interesting area now. This is the M pattern that I'm looking for, where we give a structure here, swing high, and we try to break the swing high, but does not break it. And I'm looking at this area for a displacement below, and then if it retrace, I'm gonna ride it down to maybe this low. So see, yeah, now it is, the idea is invalid because it broke the structure, meaning we have some bullish momentum, or we have buyers still in the market. Yeah, it's still breaking up, so I'm thinking buyers are still there. Okay, now it's interesting because the red candles are printing. Now it's sort of displacing downward, but this is not the pattern that I'm looking for. I want this swing high technically to not get taken out. Some would say that this would be a liquidity grab, but I would prefer that this would not be taken out and this area would make a lower high and displace below it, retrace, then I enter short. So it's displacing below but not breaking these structures. Retrace this area. Now it's getting interesting. Now it might break it. Now I'm thinking short. But one thing to take note here, it should displace below this low if it shows conviction that it wants to go down. But at the moment, it's not doing it. And we're making a microstructure here, a a higher low. So maybe buyers are still interested in this area. So it broke it, but still a higher low compared to this area. So like what I said, buyers still present here. It's making a higher low now. So I'm looking at this structure. This is an M pattern. Failed to displace below this, and this is the micro M pattern that I'm looking for, where we have this swing low and failed to make a lower low, give us a strong push to the upside. But we have this structure. I'm waiting for this structure to break with momentum. Okay, as we can see, it's breaking. Give me some momentum candles. Okay, as doji. So I'm a little bit hesitant now, but I'm thinking long at the moment. If we break this again, yeah, so I'm thinking long now because we are making a higher high. I'm thinking this as the target. So I'm gonna look for a retracement. If it does give me a retracement, I'm interested to enter. If not, then there's no trade for me. As long as it doesn't break this area, then I am still bullish. Okay, so we are making a higher low now. So I'm interested now to enter. Long here. No. Long on this area. Okay, before I move forward, I'm gonna just discuss, this is my ATM strategy. I'm using 1 micro or 1 mini for the Nasdaq futures, 40 tick stop loss and 50 tick take profit. If I take a max loss here, it means I'm gonna be losing $200. If I'm gonna take a max win here, I'm gonna take $250. So I'm scalping, so that's enough for me. Also, with that in mind, I tend to adjust this depending on the situation. So like here, I'm seeing that we are making higher lows and higher high. That's why I'm interested in the long here. So I'm seeing this area as a target, so I'm probably putting it there. And if I'm gonna enter in this candle, as long as this doesn't break, so I'm still bullish. With this idea in mind, the W pattern here, not displacing below the opening range low. So, okay, now we are in the trade. So, okay, now I'm very confident because I'm seeing that we are making higher lows. but it should displace or break this high with momentum. Yeah. So now we are moving it to a break even. So we are 255 above the target. So I see that this could probably be a failed uh, M pattern. So 265, I might adjust it here. Depends on you guys. So if I lose maybe a little bit over 200, that's enough for me. But this situation is a win-win. This happens very fast, so you have to decide on your own. And we took the win there. So that was the trade. So a little review. Why did I took it long? Because I'm looking at this area, W area, and it's the opening range that it did not displace with. We have these structures still holding intact, and we have this micro W reversal pattern that I'm looking for. It induced short sellers to think we're going down. It made a microstructure, lower high, and exploded up, breaking this structure, retraced, right? And making a higher high and a higher low structure, which means bullish, uptrend. I entered here. When I saw that it retraced, it gave me a conviction that buyers are stepping in with this candle. As long as we don't break this here and this place above this high, then this would be the target. And as soon as I saw that it dipped down and moved up, now I'm very confident that we are gonna break this. Okay, so another example for the 100 tick chart. Later on that day, so we are seeing this explosive move up. We have this structure here that maybe will act as a support that hasn't been tested yet. We also have this structure here. So I have this one, and now mark this low. Also this low that hasn't been taken out yet. Okay, what we can see, mind you guys, we are sort of taking advantage of micro moves here. So we are scalping, so we are open-minded. We are very bullish here, but we take what the market gives us. If it gives us a short setup, we take it also. We manage risk. If we have a long setup, we would take it also and manage risk accordingly. So we give that structure here. Okay, so we have this structure. Are we gonna go down and more? So we're making a micro higher high, a lower high, and that's a bullish sign there. Maybe we're gonna take out this high there. So if you wanna risk it, this is sort of like a risk to reward ratio is not that good there. You're it's probably have a stop loss there. Yeah, I'll take there. So it's not that good, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna take this out. Pretty sure. Let's see, we'll just pretend to just take it. We are just scalping. Yeah, I can see that now. It's there. We'll probably adjust it here. If we go down, then it would test this one. Yeah, so we can see we took that win. That was not a good risk to reward, but when you scalp, you take what the market gives you. So it's failing to break this one. So we still have this structure here. Mm, and we cut long here and risk it there, but yeah, it's too small for time frames. I'm just gonna be maybe wait a little bit. Maybe we're gonna take this high again. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, now we can see that the M pattern is very clear here that I'm looking for, right? Earlier, that was just a very small W pattern, so you expect to adjust your risk accordingly because this is a very small reversal area, whereas this one, they're relatively big compared to this one. So I want to see this low get taken out with some confirmation candle. That is, it wants to go down. Doji is insignificant, or maybe unsure yet if it wants to go up or down. Yeah, now it wants to go down, I think, because of this candle. So I'm interested to short this one here, right? So we are trying to target yeah, this low. I'm still having a little bit of weariness because we are bullish here and I'm shorting. This is a counter trend move, so I'm just adjusting to the nearest or lowest hanging fruit. For me, this area is the lowest hanging fruit here, because if it goes down here, there are instances that it goes down and just shoot up. So I just want to adjust my risk to the lowest hanging fruit, maybe there, and risk this high. This is my confirmation candle. I'm betting that this has some follow through. So now I'm on the trade, $10 against me. Now I'm a little bit wary because for me it should follow through and showing us an indecisive candle here. So I'm thinking, okay, I might cut this. Still an indecisive candle, but still not breaking up, making lower high, still lower high here. Now it's see that maybe it wants to take this one. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. It's making higher high. I might cut this. This is the last chance. I'm in this trade already, $35 down. If this breaks, then I'm out. If this breaks, then I'm out. I'm gonna lose probably $120. Given that I have taken a win here, I'm okay with it. Okay, still indecisive. Wow, it might be taken out. Okay, okay. So I'm just gonna adjust it to maybe break even now. Yeah. Now that was another win. Um, so as you can see, guys, we are adjusting according to what the market is giving us. So that's very important with trading the 100 tick chart. Be very flexible. Don't expect too much uh, when you are looking at certain patterns. When you are looking at a very small reversal, so maybe the take profit would be the lowest hanging fruit, right? Base hits, and it will add up in the end.